Come on, Chiefs! A news story recently broke that has sparked a lot of discussion among fans online. I'll tell you all about it here. But first, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for the latest Chiefs updates. We have an exclusive look at a message from head coach Andy Reid to GM Brett Veach about a potential meeting with a Super Bowl champion that has people talking. Okay, let's break it down. Here we are in the 2024 season with the Chiefs holding an incredible 9-0 record, proving once again why we're the team to beat. But Andy Reid and Brett Veach aren't satisfied. They have their sights set on making NFL history by winning 3 consecutive Super Bowls. The Chiefs have won 3 in the last 5 years, and if they can do that, we're talking about a legacy that's second to none. But here's the thing, injuries are starting to creep up and test this team. The last concern is the offensive line. Left tackle Wanya Morris missed half of Sunday's game against the Broncos with a knee injury, and that has some fans, and even Reid himself, wondering whether the Chiefs should bring back veteran tackle Donovan Smith, who was instrumental in our Super Bowl 58 victory last February. When Coach Reid was asked about the rumors on Monday, he made it clear, while he respects Veach's decision about players, he hinted that he would like to see Smith back on the field. Reid said, "That's Brett Veach's area. I mean, he looks at everything, so I'm not going to say no, but we're going to focus on these kids that are here, and they're getting better. I know it's hard to see sometimes, but there's progress being made, and we're going to be fine as we move forward." So Reid is keeping his options open, but he's also showing confidence in the current roster. And it's not just Reid who's leaving the door open. Donovan Smith himself added fuel to the fire when he cryptically responded to a fan question on social media asking if he would consider a return. He didn't say yes, but he also didn't say no, sparking speculation that he could reunite with Patrick Mahomes and the team. Now, the record may seem perfect, but the Chiefs' left tackle position is one area that could use a boost. Kingsley Suamataia started this season at left tackle but lost his starting spot in Week 2 against the Bengals. Trey Hendrickson gave him trouble that week, repeatedly pressuring Mahomes and forcing Kingsley to commit penalties. Since then, Wanya Morris has taken over the starting role, but he's faced his own challenges. Morris has the advantage of experience, but a bone bruise he suffered in training camp keeps resurfacing, most notably in the Broncos game, where he had to sit out 2 quarters. Still, Reid continues to show faith in Morris and Suamataia. He's confident that these young players will grow with the experience, even if it means we'll have to endure some shaky moments for now. Reid's support is unwavering, saying, "We've been tested at a few positions. That's going to help us grow, especially at tackle. We're young at left tackle, we'll continue to get better as we go along and experience some of these things. I think Wanya will end up fine when it's all said and done here as far as his leg, and Kingsley will learn from what we had there and continue to get better." All right, Chiefs fans, now we want to hear from you. Should the Chiefs bring back Donovan Smith to solidify the left tackle position? Or should Reid continue to focus on developing the young guys like he has so far? Leave your thoughts in the comments. We have some important updates from head coach Andy Reid on the status of Juju Smith-Schuster, Isaiah Pacheco, and Charles Omenihu, news we've all been waiting for. Following the Chiefs' hard-fought win over the Broncos in Week 10, fans were relieved to hear from head coach Reid that we avoided any serious injuries this time around. Reid kept it short, saying, "I really don't have any injuries for you guys. I think we came out of the game halfway decently." Now, given the physical toll each game takes, that's a huge relief. But here's where it gets exciting. Not only did we avoid any new injuries, but Reid hinted that we're very close to getting some of our key players back on the field. Let's talk about Juju Smith-Schuster, Isaiah Pacheco, and Charles Omenihu, who were sidelined but could be back soon. Reid shared that these 3 players are all close to a return, saying, "They're all close. Juju is closer than the other 2. I would say to you, we could have them there, at practice." That means we could see Juju back on the practice field this week, which is great news considering he's been out since Week 7 with a hamstring injury. While he hasn't been placed on injured reserve, we know that recovering from a hamstring issue takes patience, so getting Juju back for our Week 11 matchup against the Bills would be a huge boost to our offense. Now, let's talk about Isaiah Pacheco. This guy has been a force since joining the Chiefs, and it's been tough to be without him after he suffered a fractured fibula in week 2. His initial timetable was 6 to 8 weeks, so he's on track to return soon. There's a chance we could see the team open its 21-day practice window this week, which will allow him to gradually get back into game shape. Now, will he be ready for the Bills game? Maybe not yet, but knowing he's close adds to the excitement. Just imagine the boost Pacheco will bring to our running game when he returns. And finally, Charles Omenihu. This is the guy we've been waiting for on the defensive side of the ball. He's on the reserve/PUP list after tearing his ACL, so he hasn't been able to contribute yet this season. But here's the thing, Omenihu has been teasing his return for several weeks, with a potential target for Week 12. He's coming off a 7-sack season last year, so we know what kind of fire he'll add to the Chiefs' passing game once he's back in the lineup. If he can play, he'll be a huge asset in pressuring opposing quarterbacks, especially with games against potent offenses coming up. With a crucial Week 11 matchup against the Buffalo Bills, having any of these players back, even in a limited role, could be the difference between a win and a loss. The Bills have been a challenge in recent years, and having Juju, Pacheco, or Omenihu back could be the boost Kansas City needs to extend this incredible winning streak. All right, Chiefs fans, it's over to you. Which of these returning players are you most excited to see back on the field? Do you think having them back could be what we need to secure a win in Buffalo? This game has all the drama you could want, and we've got all the details right here, so let's dive in. Coming off a strong 30-20 win over the Colts, the Bills are laser-focused. Last week, they managed to avoid the trap game mentality that would have them looking to us instead of taking care of business in Indianapolis. While the Bills haven't always won against us in the postseason, they have a solid track record in recent regular season games, having won their last 3 matchups at Arrowhead. But this team, Chiefs fans, is welcoming us to Highmark Stadium for the first time since 2020, and the crowd is sure to be electric. After the game, Bills head coach Sean McDermott didn't hold back when talking about the upcoming challenge. He praised his players for staying focused every week, noting, "We put a lot into every game. If we don't, we're doing ourselves a disservice." He knows what's coming, a game against what he called a well-coached, undefeated team. McDermott has a lot of respect for us Chiefs fans, and rightfully so. Our team is on fire, chasing a 3rd consecutive Super Bowl title. Sunday's game is about more than just bragging rights. Playoff implications are at stake. We currently lead Buffalo in the win column, but a Bills win would even things up and give them a head-to-head advantage. While it's not a matter of life or death, this game could make a big difference in playoff seeding for both teams. With so much on the line, we know both sides will leave it all on the field. McDermott also mentioned that he expects to see some key players return from injuries before Sunday, which would give Buffalo an advantage. But let's be real, our Chiefs are more than ready to take on any challenge. With Mahomes and our offense rolling, and the likelihood of some of our own guys returning from injuries, we're ready for this high-stakes matchup. This is more than just a regular season game, it's a preview of a potential postseason matchup. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think? Will we take home a win from Highmark Stadium? What will be the key to breaking Buffalo's streak on their home turf? Leave your thoughts in the comments and let's chat. And hey, before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Chiefs news. Thanks for watching, and let's get that W. Let's go, Chiefs!